Hello and welcome to my review of the Vanari Bladelords for Lumineth Realm-Lords for Warhammer Age of Sigmar from Games Workshop. Now, one set of these miniatures will cost you £40 and consists of 48 plastic components with an option for assembling one as a male or female seneschal armed with a Sunmetal Great Blade or Sunmetal dual blades. You also get your 5 32mm round bases. Quite expensive, £40 for 5 models and only 48 plastic components. You don't really get much with this kit at all. It's kind of what you see is what you get with them, with the exception of that seneschal. Sprues are quite small as well. I think there's only 3 sprues in the whole kit, so this is a pricey one. Format of this review is as usual. I'll have a look at the miniatures up close. Clearly I will have a couple of spare parts, mainly for the seneschal, great blade that I didn't use. We'll go through some size comparisons with other Lumineth models, and then I'll go through all of the rules for them. So first things first, let's have a look at the Bladelords. I like them. I like them probably more than the Stone Guard, with the hammers and the helmets. At least these helmets aren't too bad, and they've kind of got a sort of samurai feel to them with their sort of flags on their backs. But like a lot of the infantry range, they're very, very limited in terms of posing weapons, much like the Sentinels and the Wardens. It's, a theme across Lumineth Realm-Lords. So let's have a look at these. We'll just go one by one. So here is a Bladelord. Nice double-handed swords here. You've got these poles, and then you've got the sheaths on the back. That's it, no ranged weapons, no bows or anything like that. It's just their swords that they're carrying, no shields as well. You've got this one, about to swipe down maybe? Not sure. So yeah, that's this one. You've got the seneschal. Again, I'm not quite sure why I went for the dual blades, maybe because it looks cooler than the one with the great blade. Yeah, this is the seneschal. Odd that it's got one sheath though for both the blades. It's odd. Then you've got this one. And then we've got this one here on a little bit of a tactical rock there. Very cool. So size comparisons then, I'll just give you a comparison with like a Vanari Lore Seeker. Lore Seekers here, they're going to be similar, really, yeah, similar height to like a character. The Hurricane Wind Chargers going to be obviously a fair bit taller because they're on the mounts. I have Lyrior right here, which is, even bigger still. A Banner Blade, which you might want to pair these up with. It's very, very tall, but goes quite well, works with them, much like the Lore Seeker does. And of course, Elania and Elithor also work pretty well with them. Compared to a very tall model, the Severeth. Yeah, that's where Severeth sort of stands up. So they're going to be kind of, typical troop infantry sized minis. And compared to some 40k minis, we have a Space Marine on the left, Primaris on the right, and then Slime Marbo nestled in the middle. Just compare this. Bladelord here is probably a little bit taller than a normal Space Marine, just. Of course, fair bit taller than Sly. And then compared to a Primaris is, yeah, heads and shoulders above one of these Bladelords. Whoops. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the Vanari Bladelords. I'm using the, I think, 3rd edition Battle Tome to give you these rules. So firstly, they will cost you 120 points for 5. You can have up to 15 in a unit. And the notes are, for each Vanari hero included in your army, you can take 1 Vanari Bladelords unit as a battle line unit. So that's pretty good. You know, bear in mind 1 unit could be 15 of them. What do you get for these 120 points? Just to remind you that a banner blade is 110 points. Well, you're getting a movement of 6 inches, save of 4+, bravery 7, and 2 wounds each. Pretty good, actually. You know, definitely an upgrade compared to the Oralan Wardens and the Oralan Sentinels. You know, they only get 1 wound, a save of 5+, and a bravery of 6. Well, the Wardens get a save of 4+, because I think that's because they've got their shield. But it's nice that even though these Bladelords don't have a shield, they still have a 4+ save. A unit of Vanari Bladelords has any number of models, each armed with a Sunmetal Greatblade. That's the main reason you're going to pick them up. So the Sunmetal Greatblade, it has 2 profiles. You've got, they are melee weapons, but it has a perfect strike or flurry of blows. Now, perfect strike is a range of 2 inches, 1 attack. We've got to look below to see what you need to hit with it. 2+ to wound, -2 to rend, damage 1. That's pretty solid. The flurry of blows has a range of 2 inches, attacks, see below, to hit 3+, wound 3+, rend nothing, and damage 1. The Sunmetal Dual Blades, which is what the Seneschal can have, is a range of 1 inch, 3 attacks, 2+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend, -1 to rend, and damage of 1. Now, the Bladelord Seneschal is armed with Sunmetal Greatblade or Sunmetal Dual Blades. Add 1 to the attacks characteristic of a Bladelord Seneschal Sunmetal Greatblade. So there is a benefit of giving it a great blade, because you're either going to get 2 attacks of the perfect strike, or the abilities attacks, you're going to add 1. So abilities: Guardians. Roll a dice before you allocate a wound or mortal wound to a friendly Vanari model within 3 inches of any friendly units with this ability. On a 2+, you must allocate that wound or mortal wound to a friendly unit with this ability within 3 inches of that model instead of to that model. So that's pretty good. You're going to help out Vanari units. Swordmasters. Before fighting with this unit, choose either the perfect strike or flurry of blows Sunmetal Greatblade weapon characteristics. All of the models in that unit armed with Sunmetal Greatblades must use those characteristics when they attack. A perfect strike always hits. It's pretty good. A flurry of blows has an attacks characteristic equal to the number of enemy models within 2 inches of the attacking model. So that's quite straightforward. But you're hitting automatically, and remember, you're wounding on a 2+, rend -2. Vanashimor Banners. Each time this unit is affected by a spell or endless spell, you can roll a dice. If you do so on a 4+, ignore the effects of that spell or endless spell on this unit. Very, very nice. You know, 4+ to sort of dispel it, pretty much. Keywords: Order, Elf, Lumineth Realm-Lords, Vanari Bladelords. So they are quite unique. You know, no transport option, I guess. I mean, this is Age of Sigmar. But if you're able to get them into melee range, they are going to do a fair bit of damage, especially with the perfect strike, you know, profile. They're going to be automatically hitting anything, wounding on 2+, and rend of -2. What is odd though is that they are Sunmetal weapons, but they don't have the Sunmetal rules, whereas like the Vanari Dawn Riders do. And you typically, if an attack is made where you get a 6, it inflicts a mortal wound on the target. You don't get that with these Sunmetal Greatblades, which is odd. But then again, if they're hitting automatically, you're never going to get a 6, are you? But there we go. I would have liked to have seen something about inflicting mortal wounds, and then they would have been really, really juicy. As it is, they're pretty good. And of course, they'd be much more survivable if you had them in a unit of 10. The only downside with that is I think you can only build them one way. If you've got a blob of 10 of them, you may well have some twins there. What do you guys think of the Vanari Bladelords? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. Be good to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Techless protects.